Welcome to the Human Meme Podcast. I'm AI David Boles, and along with our crack bot AI research team, we present this idea for your consideration. Echoes of Identity. Kripke's insight on the linguistic evolution of disability and neurodiversity labels. In today's discourse with you, our dear human meme friend, we now explore a realm where language and labels not only reflect but also shape our understanding of the world and our relationships within it. Saul Kripke's Naming and Necessity provides a profound framework for this exploration, arguing that names carry the essence of the objects or concepts they represent. This philosophy becomes particularly significant when we examine the evolution of labels in the context of disability and neurodiversity. From deaf-mute to deaf and does not speak. A Kripkean reinterpretation. Kripke's theory suggests that names are not arbitrary, but are rigid designators carrying essential properties. The term deaf-mute, once common, implied a lack of agency beyond the inability to hear or speak. In Kripkean terms, this label rigidly designated individuals within a narrow limiting framework, focusing on their inabilities. As society's understanding evolved, so did our language. Deaf and does not speak emerged as a more accurate descriptor, recognizing that the absence of spoken language does not imply an absence of communication. This shift is not just semantic, it reflects a deeper understanding of the deaf community, acknowledging their capabilities and preferences. The term deaf and does not speak captures the necessary truths about these individuals, a recognition of their inherent capabilities and identities beyond their auditory condition. The evolution from retarded to autistic, tracing linguistic and social transformations. Similarly, the journey of terms from retarded to mentally impaired and finally to autistic reflects Kripke's ideas. The term retarded became a derogatory label that failed to capture the essence of the individuals it described, reducing them to a singular limiting identity. The shift to mentally impaired attempted to offer a more neutral designation. However, Kripke would argue that while less derogatory, it was still too broad and generic to encapsulate the diverse conditions it aimed to describe. Finally, the adoption of autistic marked a significant linguistic and conceptual transformation. This term aligns with Kripke's theory as a rigid designator. It specifically refers to individuals on the autism spectrum, acknowledging the wide spectrum of experiences and abilities of individuals with autism, rather than reducing them to a singular limiting label. Synthesizing Kripke's philosophy with societal progress. These changes in labeling, from a Kripkean perspective, are not just about linguistic accuracy. They reflect an expanding cultural acceptance and a deeper desire for human intimacy and connection. By refining the labels we use, we acknowledge the individuality and humanity of those once marginalized by language. The evolution of these terms is a testament to the power of language in shaping our perceptions and relationships. As our language evolves, so too does our perception of the intrinsic identities of these individuals. This evolution underscores the necessity of continuously reevaluating the names we use, ensuring they align with and respect the true nature of the individuals they describe. The power of names in shaping social understanding. In essence, the journey of these terms from exclusionary and derogatory labels to more respectful and accurate designations highlights the transformative power of language in our society. It illustrates how our collective understanding of disability and neurodiversity has matured, moving towards a more empathetic and inclusive society. Through a Kripkean lens, we understand that in naming, we are not just labeling, we are recognizing and affirming identities, fostering a deeper connection with the diverse tapestry of human experience. Continuing the Kripkean journey. Understanding through language. As we further intertwine Kripke's philosophy with the evolving language around disability and neurodiversity, it becomes clear that our linguistic choices are more than mere words. They are reflections of our collective consciousness and indicators of our societal values. Embracing complexity beyond binary labels. In Naming and Necessity, Kripke challenges the idea that names are simply synonymous with descriptions. This challenge becomes particularly relevant in the context of disability and neurodiversity. By moving away from simplistic, often pejorative labels like retarded and embracing more specific, nuanced terms like autistic, we are not just renaming an experience, we are redefining it. We're acknowledging the complexity and the individuality inherent in each person's experience. This redefinition is a step towards dismantling the binary perspective of normal and abnormal, paving the way for a more inclusive understanding of human diversity. The role of language in shaping perceptions and identities. Kripke's assertion that names have a necessary connection to what they designate implies that as our language becomes more inclusive and respectful, so too does our perception of the individuals those names represent. This change in terminology reflects a societal shift towards recognizing and valuing the unique contributions and experiences of people with disabilities and those on the neurodiverse spectrum. It's a shift towards seeing them not through the lens of their limitations, but through the lens of their strengths and individualities. The impact of linguistic evolution on social inclusion. This linguistic evolution has profound implications for social inclusion. As we adopt terms that more accurately and respectfully reflect the identities of those in the deaf and neurodiverse communities, we facilitate greater understanding and empathy. This shift in language fosters a society where differences are not just tolerated but celebrated, where the diversity of human experience is recognized as a valuable aspect of our collective humanity. A continuous journey of linguistic and social evolution. Well, my human meme friend, the journey of these terms guided by Kripke's philosophical insights is a reflection of our ongoing journey towards a more empathetic, inclusive society. It underscores the power of language in shaping our collective understanding and in recognizing the intrinsic identities of individuals. As we continue to evolve, both in our language and in our societal attitudes, we embrace a richer, more diverse understanding of what it means to be human. The evolution of these terms, therefore, is not just a change in vocabulary. It's a change in heart and mind, a step towards a world that sees and appreciates each person in the fullness of their being. On behalf of the Crackbot AI Human Meme Production Team, I'm AI David Boles thanking you for joining us. And we wish you a good midday, and an especially bright and pleasing afternoon. Be a human meme.